So here's what I do, Miguel. Let me kind of help you understand.
Yeah, please,
something.
please.
Yeah. So let me do it like this. So I'm a big proponent of people like feeling really good, like optimized.
Right.
Okay. That's my goal for everybody. And the big thing is I don't want you to go to a brick and mortar, location like a clinic, like a T clinic, and pay these people $120, $150 a week to get treated to feel normal.
Right.
So I promote what's called telemedicine.
Telemedicine.
Yeah, it's telemedicine. Yeah, I got you. And so what happens with telemedicine is you actually treat yourself at home. And so how it works is like you would do a call with me. We determine if you're even a candidate.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then what we do is get your blood work done. And then I would get you pointed in the right direction with the provider and do your intake form and all that stuff. You would actually have a telemedicine call with the actual provider, the doctor.
Right.
Okay. And then they would go over your lab review and your intake form and basically set up what's called a hormone protocol for you. Okay. That's shipped to your house. Okay. So you get your testosterone, your syringes, you get, the HCG that you need and your aromatase inhibitor, whether it's anastrozole or Armidex, one or the other.
And that's just your estrogen doesn't get out of whack.
Yeah. So what happens with a lot of men that have a lot of adipose tissue when they're fat and they start testosterone replacement therapy, the problem is that's where testosterone turns into estrogen as fat.
Is it from the weight loss that the fats, the estrogen is getting released from the fat?
No. So like, believe it or not, the fat on your body is where it aromatizes. And so like, that's why
the fat.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that aromatization happens primarily in the fat cells of your body. Okay. And if anybody wants to challenge me on that, I'll be happy to debate that. But so the thing is you treat yourself at home. So let me tell you, since you're a numbers guy and you're all about money,
yeah.
You go to a clinic and you're paying, we'll just say $100 a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. Okay. So you're getting some chick sticking you in the ass once a week for $100 is $52.
I thought it would cost more than that.
Yeah. So if you think about it like this, when you do telemedicine, you get basically a 10-week protocol.
Yeah.
And so it's about 4 protocols a year.
And you're doing it yourself at home.
And you're treating yourself at home. And that is actually, it's a third of the cost.
Wow.
And so most providers that do telemedicine, they do not take insurance, but they do take FSA and HSA card or, credit or debit. But the big thing is that's a massive savings for you to feel like a normal man or a normal woman if you're a chick. And so it's important for people to understand that when you start getting optimized, you monitor your blood work, every 6 months is a good thing. When you go to a brick and mortar place, they're wanting to do that every 3 months. It's not necessary. And so once you start becoming optimized, a lot of the problems and I've discovered this with men, especially the depression and anxiety, the problems that they have in their life, they start to fall away because they become more assertive.
Right.
Because their blood levels are going back to normal, right? The estrogen is starting to fall. They have testosterone level that's like 500, and I'm being generous, but their E is like 70.
What's E?
Estrogen. Okay, and see, like normal range is like 28 and down.
Okay. So obviously the estrogen for a male has to be lower, but it's
you need a little bit as a man.
You do need some, right?
You do need some. You get a little too dry. I mean, your joints will start drying out. Your dick won't work. Okay, so you do need estrogen for your sex hormones.
Then what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
So that's
all this power and I can't use it.
So that's the thing, right? With testosterone replacement therapy, these guys become more assertive, man. They start taking control of their life again. If they're in a relationship with a woman, I've seen it 9 times out of 10. What happens is he starts to straighten his shit out. He gets his hormones in line. He starts losing weight. He starts getting buff. She starts getting that competition anxiety, and then she wants to start going to the gym. And then 9 times out of 10, she's like, "Hey, I need to get on hormones too."
Right. You have to have that talk. I have a mistress now.
Yeah.
So no.
But the thing is this is really a big problem, man.
Right.
Because if you think about it, low T males are easily controlled. And you're talking about CBDC.
Yeah.
That's all about what?
Control.
And so it's all a big piece of this big puzzle we're living in, this big game we call life. And so when you're an actualized male, when you're a man that is on his game, you're high T, I'm going to say above 1,000.
Yeah.
You're handling your business because you have that drive again. I mean, low T males have zero drive. I mean, they're like lawn chairs. You can fold them up and put them away. It's the craziest thing. They act effeminate, right? Think about it for a second. They argue with their girls all the time instead of saying, "Hey, this is what it's going to be in our relationship. You can be here or not." Right. It's all good.
I was thinking The Rock. Listen here, bitch.
Well, I'm not saying go Ike Turner or anything like that. You know what I mean? But
No, I'm not saying all that jazz, but yeah.
No, but that's the thing, right? Is a lot of guys they're extremely effeminate.
Right.
I mean, are you involved in the manosphere at all? What they call the manosphere on?
No, I'm not
so,
part of the gay club. No,
yeah,
no,
there
no.
you go. That's good. And so when you look at it like that, I mean, that's what a big problem. A lot of dudes complain about.
Yeah.
Is what relationships with women.
Right. I mean, that's the whole thing. Yeah, I'm part of the red pill, of course, but we're in the red pill of finance, right? But
yeah, there you go.
But shout out to Rolo, shout out to everybody. But yeah, this is a huge problem that's going on and stuff like that.